Good day, everyone.
I was born and raised in Detroit. Growing up there, I saw people like me running things.
This is a courtroom, not a circus, so we're gonna calm down.
I'm sorry.
What I found there was a passion that I didn't know existed.
This is the bottom line.
I'm excited to free fall into the limitless possibilities with we the people. So many are fearful of the law. They think it's something that works against them.
I think you need to begin to accept responsibility for your mistakes.
We are the people.
Tanya Greene claims she's due a refund on her gym membership because the defendant let unhoused people use the showers.
All rise.
Marcus Holt says he wanted to show compassion and did not violate the membership contract.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, thank you, Sean. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
This is the case of Greene versus Holt. Ms. Greene, you are suing Mr. Holt for $594 for breach of contract. You say that your annual gym membership should be refunded because the defendant failed to notify members about unhoused individuals using the showers.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. And the defendant says that allowing limited shower access was a compassionate thing and it didn't violate the membership contracts. Take me to this gym. When did you join?
Yeah, so I had actually purchased a gym membership in November of last year for a Black Friday deal. They offered a half-off deal. Thought it was great. It seemed like a great facility.
And how many months have you belonged there?
About 6 months. It was 6 months when I decided to leave.
So about 6 months?
Yes.
What's the name of the gym?
Iron Haven Gym.
Okay, you own this gym, Mr. Holt?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and how long have you owned it?
5 years.
Okay, tell me a little bit about the gym. Is it 2-level, 1-level? Is it a loft style? What's it like?
It's a 2-level gym, ma'am. It's in Newport, Rhode Island. And during the 5 years, we've slowly transitioned from a gym to somewhat of like a family collective and gym. During this transition...
What's a family collective and gym?
So it means that we incorporate our members as somewhat of a family. And then we also are doing some community outreach. We have a cafeteria on site. We have meal times, like one set time instead of just going in to be able to buy sandwiches and leave. And yes, we try to encourage...
So is it that, I don't understand why they're called a family. It's just that you have services, you've changed your services to be more communal?
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Okay, all right, so I get it. I get what you're trying to do there. Now, this particular case says, though, that you were allowing unhoused people to use the showers. Now, since you brought this case to court, Ms. Greene, I want to start with you. How did you become aware of that?
I became aware of it in May of this year when I had just exited a spin class and I had noticed that there was a man that wasn't in workout clothes. He seemed a bit, just from my perspective, disheveled, and he had come up to me and made a pass at me.
All right. Anybody just says hello or?
No, he had told me that he liked the way I looked when I worked out and he thought I looked nice.
And so when that happened, you didn't know him to be a member?
No,
you
he
hadn't
did not
seen
seem like
him.
a member at all.
And so when that happened, you felt, what did you feel, uncomfortable?
I felt
Tell the court what you felt.
Yeah, I felt very uncomfortable. I also felt like it was incredibly traumatic just because I have had prior experiences with men harassing me in my past, whether that is at other gyms or in my workplace. So it just felt like a rush of emotions.
Did you report this incident to anybody?
Not at that time, no.
All right, and so you weren't made aware of this incident, Mr. Holt, since she never said anything.
She later then proceeded to send me an email in which she stated that incident happened.
So you received an email about
yes.
that encounter?
Yes, ma'am.
When you got that email, were you aware who that gentleman was?
Yes, ma'am. And
All
I
right.
proceeded to then speak to that individual, and he apologized to myself. I'm not sure if he apologized to Ms. Greene or not, but he seemed genuinely sorry, and that was a gentleman involved in the program, which is highlighted here in evidence.
Let me see that evidence.
Yes.
So this is one of the individuals, you've opened the gym so that they're able to use the showers, correct?
Yes.
And this program is called what?
This program actually is right here, Your Honor. It's called our New Haven Open Shower Program. And
Your open shower program.
It's between 9 to 11. It's on non-peak hours. So it's between 5 to 7 a.m. and then 9 to 11 p.m. We give a small group of homeless individuals some dignity and to shower. And this group has been pre-screened and they're pursuing jobs or have a family, and they just need a place to shower. It started off through someone that I met back in 2019 prior to opening the gym, a gentleman named Jeffrey. He had a very nice home, actually not too far away from here. And then hard times fell upon him. COVID-19 hit, he lost his job at a restaurant. He then proceeded to go to the hospital for a medical condition. During that incident, he had a huge bill to pay, in which led to him losing his house. So what I'm trying to say, I guess, is one medical bill is what separates Jeffrey from myself, from you, from anyone. And that was bad circumstances that happened, which caused him to become homeless. I don't think we should outcast these individuals.
Coming up,
And then case in point, the security reason pops right up in our face when one of the gentlemen somehow lands outside of spin class to tell her, "You looking fine today and I'd love to take you to dinner."
and later,
Mr. Sanders over here deliberately just kicked my Coco.
I put my foot out to prevent the dog from hitting my son or attacking my son.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Tanya Greene, who brought Marcus Holt to court over an open shower program at the gym.
So, Mr. Holt, what this court is hearing is that you have a great sentiment behind this program, and yet you have a business, right, that you are charging people for a membership, right?
Yes.
And a part of having a membership is that you will then be in community with other members, right?
Correct.
And so what I'm hearing is that while these individuals who need to shower and all of these things are, like I said, a well-worthy cause, you're having them come in during, you're saying, off hours, but a 5 to 7 a.m. during gym time sounds like more of a peak hour to me. And then 9 to 11, maybe not so much. You're not even running this at a time when the gym isn't open to members. You are knowingly overlapping members with non-members. Where's your gym contract? Is it in your evidence? Did you bring it?
Yes.
Let me see it, please, Ms. Greene.
Thank you.
And why did you choose to do that during hours?
For staffing issues, Your Honor.
Right. Because, see, you didn't want to pay anybody else to come in and manage all this. No, I mean, let's be honest. When you're running a business, I know I run a business. I know what that means. That means you got to pay people. That means you probably have to adjust the hours that you operate on your insurance. You probably have to, there's a whole lot you got to do.
Yes, ma'am.
And that is more costly.
Correct.
So what you're basically saying is to save money, you decided to have people come and shower during the hours that members pay.
So, yes, ma'am, and you have the contract in front of you. I was going to read a portion of it, Article 5. Lockers are provided for temporary day-use storage only. The gym is not responsible for lost or stolen items. Locker room and shower access are shared facilities. The gym does not guarantee exclusive use or privacy beyond standard expectation of public fitness facilities. Staff may only enter locker rooms as needed for cleaning, safety, and policy enforcement, which again,
Well,
we
you're
do
not
have
a public
staff.
fitness facility.
Correct.
You're actually a private fitness facility.
Yes, ma'am.
This doesn't make any sense. So are the people who are temporarily unhoused, do they have ID? Do they become members?
No.
Did someone else donate their membership? Are they actual members, or you're just screening them and allowing them to use the gym?
So they actually do not have gym access, ma'am. They are strictly
For the showers.
allowed for the showers.
So
and it's
then
under
how did this
supervision.
gentleman meet her outside the spin class?
That's a great question.
That's a great question, and actually it's the answer to this case, so we don't have to talk anymore. The problem is you have a private gym You charge people to use, and you tell them that only members can come in. So what you're doing is you're requiring of your members a level of safety and security for them not to bring people who are not members, and yet you, as the owner of the business, are bringing people who are not members. And then case in point, the security reason pops right up in our face when one of the gentlemen who you say should only be using the shower during the hours somehow lands outside of spin class to tell her, "You looking fine today and I'd love to take you to dinner," or whatever he said. So your problem is there. This program that you have is far outside the scope of the contractual relationship you have with members. And you're gonna have to revise that, or you'll be coming to court a lot, because people want to know when they pay for a membership that they're in with other members. And if this is a program you want to run, you may think of running that program during a time when members aren't present. You got your mouth fixed up to say something, but I'm done talking.
Okay, I was gonna say you have the revised...
No, I don't need to hear it, because you've already proven it. Like, I've let you testify enough where you basically have shown me exactly why members need to use your gym, and members only. Now, for 5 months, you got to use the gym in peace. So you want $594 back. The truth is, for 5 months, you used the gym just fine. It was that 1 month that you didn't get what you paid for, what you bargained for in the contract. Judgment for the plaintiff for $99. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $99.
I think it's important to always be transparent. I love that you were being noble and for a just cause, so.
Thank you. We hope that you'll continue to use our gym in the future, and sorry about not informing you prior.
Coming up,
I see the bill here, but I'm not seeing, like, the diagnosis from a vet. Like, if you had an x-ray that proved some type of blunt force trauma, or that your dog was maliciously kicked, you would want to bring those x-rays so that I could see that.
you're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. Kevin Park claims he ended up with a hefty vet bill because the defendant kicked his chihuahua and bruised his rib cage. Tyler Sanders says he used his foot to block the aggressive dog when it tried to bite his 5-year-old son.
This is a case of Park versus Sanders. Mr. Park, you are suing Mr. Sanders for $450 for property damage. You say the defendant crossed the line and your dog paid the price. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Sanders, you say that you were trying to protect your child.
That's correct.
All right, what happened? Mr. Park, I'll start with you.
Okay, so just another day. I'm at a typical coffee shop with my dog, Coco. She's a 3-year-old Chihuahua.
Okay.
So I'm standing in line holding my Coco on a leash. All of a sudden, I seen Mr. Sanders in line as well. He had a kid that I seen. What happened was Mr. Sanders over here deliberately just kicked my Coco. So after that,
wait, what makes you perceive that he had kicked your dog?
well, I heard a yelp. I mean,
So you heard the yelp. Okay, Mr. Sanders, what happened in your estimation? Mr. Park says he's at his coffee shop, and the next thing you know, he hears his dog yelp, and he believes you kicked the dog.
Right, that's not what happened. I was in line with my 5-year-old son, Derek. His dog was on a leash, but he was letting it approach my son. So as I was turning, my son was getting excited and did a little jump. And when my son jumped, the dog leaped towards my son, and I didn't have time to react. So I put my foot out to prevent the dog from hitting my son or attacking my son. The dog was going like this, and I literally did that.
Behind you to block the pathway
Exactly.
between the dog and your child.
Yes, I never intentionally.
What made your son make a jump? Was
I think
it
he was
like,
excited.
oh, a dog?
He was excited.
Or was it, I'm scared of the dog?
Excited.
Coming up,
what we have to do is contact the hospital itself.
No, that's what you have to do.
you're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Kevin Park, who blames Tyler Sanders for his dog's vet bills.
So tell me about the damages, Mr. Park. You submitted your evidence to the court. Can you walk me through the damages? You did take Coco to the vet?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what was the vet's diagnosis?
Bruise on the rib cage.
So Exhibit A is Coco in her little cute outfit.
Correct.
I don't see how a picture of the dog is evidence that I.
Well, I want to know what she looks like. It's evidence because I need to know what size she is. I need to see how teeny she is. Like, to be honest with you, that picture doesn't make her as small as I imagined in my mind. And then here is the bill from the veterinarian services for a physical exam, x-rays, ultrasound, pain meds, anti-inflammatory injection, and a discharge consultation totaling $450.
Yes, Your Honor.
Which is exactly what you're suing for. So I see the bill here, but I'm not seeing like the diagnosis from a vet. Like if you had an x-ray that proved some type of blunt force trauma or that your dog was maliciously kicked, you would want to bring those x-rays so that I could see that. Basically, you've paid for a veterinarian visit, but I don't know what the conclusion of the veterinarian is.
Yeah, so actually what we have to do is contact the hospital itself.
No, that's what you have to do.
It's the
and
first time
that's
for
what
everything,
you
Judge.
should have done before you came to court. You did not bring me the determination. You just bringing me that you took the dog to the vet. If you take the dog to the vet, you're gonna have a bill.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
Mr. Park, I'm gonna say this. Good lesson for you. Because what I was waiting to figure out is there an affidavit? Is there a witness that could come in and say that they saw Mr. Sanders kick the dog? Is there
Right.
an affidavit from an employee that I saw him kick the dog? What is it? Where is the evidence that he actually kicked the dog? Because what I have to determine in this circumstance is, did he act reasonably? Would a reasonable person, reasonable parent, had done the same thing? And as I'm listening to this testimony, and look, I am a dog owner. I love a dog. I have even taken my dog to public places. The problem is you didn't come with enough evidence to prove your case. I don't know whether Mr. Sanders kicked or just blocked the dog from jumping on his son. This court can't determine that. And for that reason, your case is dismissed. Judgment for the defendant. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
Not the way it planned out, but I'm gonna keep trying.
Maybe you should have stayed home with Coco and made some cocoa instead of going to the coffee shop.
Gentlemen, please gather your things. Follow me this way.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.